Hey there, everybody. This is Crazy Uncle Blair, and today we're looking at "The Static Speaks My Name" by a indie developer named Jesse Barkman. Um, hit some pretty heavy issues. I've had a chance of getting around to it myself. It was really quick though, just real cursory. Didn't try to get into it, um, but I just wanted to take a little more than 10 minutes today and see what actually is in the game. I mean, besides just like it had a great. I love the soundtrack to it, even though it kind of reminds me of like Blade Runner, but the subject matter is something kind of close to me. I had a actually when the day the game was released, it was a really bad anniversary when my friends had died of by hanging himself. So it just kind of I don't know. I just thought it'd be something kind of cathartic, I would say, to play and maybe feel a little differently. But yeah, so I mean, the game's real simple, real straightforward. You move, you look, and you use the E button. It's your use. So let's turn off the alarm because the alarms are just plain annoying. Let's use the bathroom. But yeah, pretty much the game. I mean, it starts off pretty straightforward. It's just giving you nice little tips on what to do and go about your day. I mean, Jacob seems like he's an early riser, so won't catch me waking up at 3:22 in the morning. So let's use the toilet real quick. And we like to pee sitting down. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I guess. I don't know. But either way, I mean, it's alright. First task done. I can't flush the toilet or wash my hands. I gotta go straight to eating breakfast. Alright, well, before I do that, I just want to, today will be a better day. It just half of his face is colored in, the other half is dark, and so are the hearts. It's kind of like, I guess you can go with the whole glass of half empty, half full type thing. Just exploring the room, the apartment. Like there's nails. Some of the books rewrote them out in what's the least he can eat. A guide to raising thin children. Faking Spanish. And not waving but drowning. I mean, oh, there's another one. W and the Freedom Fighters and Empty Women. What's this last one? Shrimp Pink Gold. I mean, these are little pet shrimpies. It's kind of weird. Like, really can't. Oh, my babies. I mean, it's just. Let's try this real quick. Nope, no, not yet. All right. There's paintings everywhere in the house. You'll notice. So let's close that door. I mean, more books. Just some of the titles are really interesting. Uganda and You, the autoerotic of Benjamin Franklin. Really get a kick out of that one. I don't know why. Mayor's Town and Six Slugs for Mario. I don't know if it's punches or actual slugs, but once again, this painting is everywhere. And the aforementioned static coming from the TV. It's like being you used to remember like any CRTV, like you get this funny little tingle at the back of your neck, and like you knew when a TV was on. Like if teacher left the TV on in the classroom or something, like a movie day. But I mean, I still don't know what's going on with the TVs. I've just been racking my brain about it the past few days since I first played this, and I'm just like, what's with the TVs? What's with the boarded windows? I mean, I know one of the main themes is. I want to say one of the main themes is mental illness and obviously suicide. Here's one of the first clues for could it be man-made? If so, what are the implications? Jacob just seems obsessed with this picture of palm trees. We'll go to the Catworth Times, and police have few leads in disappearance of local painter Jason Malone after a hiking trip, and then we have the Obamacare and Tim Allen comedy special delight. I don't think anybody likes Tim Allen, but we'll open up the fridge and yeah, guess it's shrimp again. See, he's got different shades, trees singled out, and oh, and you can hear the you can kind of hear that synth soundtrack. Kind of reminds me of Blade Runner. I think that's why I've enjoyed this game so much, and just going through it. And then just crazy. I mean, just crazy pictures, crazy. I guess this is Jacob's suicide note. I guess I'm supposed to write a note. First off, I don't want you to blame yourself, and with Dad gone, I'm sorry. I have to leave you too. Please don't be angry with me. Now, I've been looking into just like the scene where it's scratched off. I mean, the date is totally scratched out, and you can't read anything. But that second redaction after note, I feel I don't want you to blame yourself. That's kind of I think that was something different. I mean, instead of telling how he really feels, he just doesn't want his mom to blame herself, for I guess raising a child that was going to kill himself. The next redaction is, I don't think I don't know Ben, and I don't know what Jacob's getting at. Maybe he wasn't such a great son. It just shows that the lack of coherency in his thoughts and what he's going through. And then the last redaction after, I have to leave you. I really can't tell. Hard to tell where, what's, and I can't read the last word. Please don't be angry with me. Just the absolute, like, end for this guy. And it's kind of sad. I mean, it's like the grocery list is food, light bulbs. So I gotta remember him. And do I need more paint? See, that's a damn picture again. But it's so odd to me that what the thoughts are going through their head right now for Jacob, and for pretty much anybody with either mental illness or suicidal thoughts. So let's go back, and there's no food in the fridge, so it said shrimp. Let's go check out the shrimp. And there's our babies. So let's eat a shrimp. Just ate one of my babies. Let's eat another one. Yeah, this is great. So, alright, let's go back to the computer and chat with some friends online. I mean, it seems like a self-inflicted imprisonment from nailing everything shut on the inside. I still don't get the 5 TVs. I mean, that whole Jeff Foxworthy, you might be a redneck if you got a TV sitting on top of another TV. Like, yeah, but this is, I've stared a little while at them, and I can't find any discernible a pattern to it. I don't know if I'm not paying attention enough, or it's like one of those things that, it was like one of those paintings when you were a kid that you kind of just like stared at, and some type of a image popped up, and you're like, whoa, it's a schooner, it's a sailboat, I'll leave that up to you guys. And yeah, so sorry, I'm a big Mallrats fan. Now, this room was particularly the most disturbing for it. Not disturbing, but like it gave me more of an idea. It's the same picture everywhere, on the ceiling, on the walls, and it's almost like a conspiracy theory nut. I mean, Jacob has problems. From taking the photos of the painting in infrared, black and white, high contrast, and then the seventh leaf is dying or dead, possibly biblical. It just be as an extension of the seventh day, the Lord's Day, and hints at infinity. it's very odd that, like, he says here we have eight. This juxtaposition is no accident. But what does it mean? It's just like a slow descent. Once again, in another one, you can find the painter's signature, and that is who's missing. So lines of influence, aka hand of God. I mean, what could Jacob be thinking about? But it just seems very different on each picture. I just get the feeling sometimes that it's a different picture each time. I mean, I could just be also experiencing some type of psychosis from this, just as Jacob is. So this is a little weird to me. To do for hidden door to safe room. Have lock on the door fitted so I can use my house key. Glue down light and upright books. It's annoying when they fall. Make books look casual on the shelf so people aren't suspicious. I mean, some planning went into this. I don't know if it's some type of. I understand sometimes when somebody goes, off the deep end, they get this focus, and just as Jacob is shown right here with all the pictures, probable setting of the painting, but where the Bahamas? It's like, how could he even know? He's kind of just guessing. It's probably some painter, just some guy trying to make a quick buck, So, I mean, it's so strange to me. See, and there's our local painter, Malone. So oh damn, I forgot what I had to do next. Oh, chat with friends online. All right, let's use the computer. Good old AIM. Now it's funny, his name's Rather Be Traveling. I see, like, and he's got, obviously, the background of his computer, his wallpaper is the island. He's obsessed. He is absolutely obsessed. So we got two options. Say I'm embarrassed to everyone who believed in me, and I can feel the atoms in my body waking up. I've tried both options, and they lead to the same thing. So I chose H, and I feel the atoms waking up in my body, and just never mind. And Fairy's just, I'm touching myself. Do you want to see? And then now this is the weird one. If you press G, you say you're about to do something horrible, and then H, to admit you saw your reflection be decapitated with a shovel. That is, both of them, deep-seated just psychosis. Now something else I noticed was kind of weird. Down in the bottom right, the computer's time, it's midnight. Basically, it's 0:30, or 0:00, either way. And on your alarm clock in your room, in Jacob's room, is 3:22 in the morning a.m. And just with some of these answers, it's either you're gonna do something horrible as a cry for help, or a reflection be decapitated with a shovel. So choose the shovel. See what. And Fairy just doesn't care. Oh, they want my credit card from me. Okay, that's wonderful. It's funny, it's only 3 friends, they're offline, and co-workers. Now in the picture, who's Jacob? There's 3 friends. I'm sitting at the computer. If on my computer desk I got pictures set up, my niece and my nephew, friends, girlfriend, whatnot. And it's like, which one is Jacob, the crazy manic one all the way on the left, or is Jacob the one all the way on the right, like in the blue shirt, purple or blue shirt? Because the one on the left looks absolutely batshit insane. But yeah, so told me to get up, so okay, let's clean the microwave. I need a paper towel. We'll clean out the microwave. Oh, brand spanky new. Now, what do I do with the man inside the cage? Now, during my first playthrough, I was just messing around. Oh, by the way, that's a noose. I would assume that's a practice noose. I'm not sure, because you'll see later. But I was screwing around, and I opened the circuit box, and all electricity goes to our guest in case of emergency. After playing a little bit, I found out, Alright, I'll just show you guys. So, I don't want to electrocute the man in the cage. I didn't know about this, and I didn't know where the man in the cage was, and I had hit it, and I just heard buzzing. So, closed the door, and I started screwing around, looking around, and I remembered the bookcase, didn't want small books falling over and stuff like that. So I went up to it, and I opened it. Go in. Once again, the picture, like, needs sleep, tired. Once again, just showing his absolute, just insanity at this point. I mean, he's got the pictures all over the place, paint. I don't know who's been painting him, whether it be Jacob, the player, or the man in the cage. Yeah, I mean, it's hooked up to the box. So, and he also looks like he's been eating my little prawns too. So, this is my first time unlocking the cage. I don't know what happens, and you guys are gonna bear witness to this. So, okay, I unlocked the cage, and I can only assume that's our artist. That's the guy that's doing all this. And Jacob just became entirely obsessed, or had some type of underlying emotional disturbances that drove him to this picture and drove him to, the whole this whole situation. I mean, on the outside, it kind of doesn't make sense, but it's not so much about what the game is or what it's telling you and telling you through a linear story. See, still, once again, with these with these TVs, it's about letting you kind of come up with your own questions and then trying to find the answers to them. Maybe give you an idea of a little bit of how crazy Jacob must feel, because right now I'm out of my mind trying to think about what's the implication with the pictures. What does this fucking picture mean? Why do I have the artist in there? And that's I think the Static Speaks My Name does really well at that. And why hasn't he moved since I put him in his little cage? And why am I feeding him? It's just, and who's painting? Is it me, or is it? I mean, I guess it would be me or Jacob, because here I am standing in front of the easel. There's a picture for inspiration, and this poor guy in a cage. So maybe if I unlock the cage, I don't know. But yeah, it's time to get some rest because it's early in the morning, but I can't use the bed. So I open up this little part. So, like I said, we had a practice noose in the laundry room and used the noose. I guess it's time to. And this is kind of like it kind of really hit me. It was, as I stated earlier, it was kind of a bad anniversary, and it's pretty much how a really good friend of mine ended his life. And after suffering for a little while, and it kind of gave me not an insight, but it gave me an idea of not an idea of how confused and how maybe focused he was on the whole aspect, and maybe the picture is just that. It's just to prove that once if you're really going to do it, you're going to do it. You are fully committed. From buying that first painting, and then just tumbling down into painting it yourself, and then needing to capture the artist, and then keeping him prisoner in your house, locking yourself inside. And then studying it, and just this focus, just this need to understand it better, maybe understand yourself better, find out what the hell's going on, maybe even to stop yourself from doing what Jacob and my friend did. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I can think of at this time. I mean, but yeah, let's use the noose. I mean, and the sound. The sound was probably the most disturbing part for me. It just, I try to be like in a mental place, try to be there and imagine what it must have been like for him. And if those were his last sounds, I just, man, can't even think. So we have 73, and we're back to this little floating scene. We have an overdose, age 73. Let's go to one of these other little clouds. Cut his throat with a carving knife, and pretty much, yeah, at 40. So it says 15, self-immolation, just lit him on fire. Screw it, why not? If you're gonna go out with a bang, right? And leave from a condo balcony. So let's go to Barbie Hedquist. So yeah, that's been the Static Speaks My Name. I mean, I guess you get from it what you're going to take it from it. It's just how I think my friend felt, and it kind of gave me a little bit of an idea maybe of how confused he was and how messed up he might have been. But out there, you Jesse Barksdale, dude, that was an eye-opening experience, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. I'm looking forward to seeing more games by you. And for anybody that hasn't played, definitely go to Steam, check it out. Maybe you can find something else. Maybe there's small little things hidden. Maybe you script kiddies out there, people that like to play code. Maybe they can find something else. Maybe something a little more that gives us a little more insight into the game. I mean, it definitely, its mechanic is confusion. Its mechanic is keeping you confused the entire time instead of fancy gunplay or anything else. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, even with the subject matter, I really enjoyed it. It was something different. It was a little better, I gotta say. But this is Crazy Uncle Blair, and I just want to thank everybody for stopping by and watching the video. And if you want, click like, subscribe. Hell, even in the comments, go down and request a game. I'll do anything. Say, hey, Somebody's got to play these games, right? See you on the flip side.